Hello, my name is David Everson and I'm with Intrinsic Support. I'm going to be running through the installation process for SQL Server 2008 R2. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is open up the Server Manager. And then once you have the Server Manager open, you're going to want to verify that you are connected to your domain that you're going to be running your Swimage server on, and then add the 3.5.1 feature, which will force you to add the IIS and Windows Process Activation Service. Now, if you're only using this SQL Server for Swimage, you shouldn't need to add anything other than just the defaults that are associated with this service and the IIS role. Now, once your roles are finished installing, go ahead and hit Close. Pop in the SQL Server Media. Now, once your SQL Server Media has been put in, it's going to prompt you with the auto run and then the user account control prompt. Go ahead and hit yes, and then wait for the SQL Server installation to load. Now, once the Installation Center has opened, we're going to go ahead and click Installation, and then New Installation or Add Features to an Existing Installation. Then once the installation runs, it will go through the Setup Support Rules checker and make sure that there aren't any problems offhand that SQL knows will cause problems with the installation. If it passes, hit OK, and wait for the SQL Server operation to complete. And the first screen is to enter in your product key, accept the license agreements, then install the Setup Support files. And then once the support files are installed, it will run through another check. Now, if you receive the warning for the Microsoft.NET application security, check your internet connection and verify that you have a connection to the internet. Once you connect your SQL Server to the internet and verify the internet connection is working, if you rerun the check, it should come back as passed. So then we're going to hit Next and just do a SQL Server feature installation. Now for the instance features, we're going to just select Database Engine Services and Reporting Services. And then for the shared features, we're going to select the Complete Management Tools. Also, if you want to make changes to the directory that your SQL Server will be installed on, you can make them here. But for this purpose, I'm going to be using the default values. It will run through another check, and then hit Next. And then we get to the instance configuration screen. Now, if you want to configure your SQL Server to use a different instance name than the default name, this is where you would make that change. Now, for my purposes, I just leave it as the default instance name because it makes my installation simpler. And then we get to the drive space requirements. SQL will verify that I have enough space to actually install SQL. Then we hit Next. And then we select the account we want to use for the server agent, database engine, and reporting services. Now for my purposes, I'm going to use the same account for all of these services. And then click Next. And then we select the different administrators for the server that we want to select. First one you're going to add is the current user. And then for the purposes of using it with Swimage, I'm going to add my Swimage admins group. And then click Next. And then we're going to select native mode. And then there's another option if you want to send SQL error reports to Microsoft. and another check, and then we're ready to install. Now this installation should take some time, so I'm going to go ahead and let my process complete and then check back with you when it's done. Alright, and as you can see now, the SQL installation is complete. You should be able to just hit close, and then you're done.